Off this time. Nazia John flew out in lane number 8. Brian Levell is also running a brilliant curve as his teammate Sandre Davidson. The Bahamian Campbell going well on the inside. Levell in front. Davidson chasing him. Jamaica win the 1-2. John gets bronze. Outside 21 seconds, which is really rare for Brian Levell, but he wins Carifta Gold in front of an expectant home crowd. 21-1-8, 1-2 for Jamaica, bronze for Grenada. 0.93 set by that very special one, Usain St. Leopold. There's the lineup. Amani Maskell Beckers of Barbados in 1, Jaden Reed Cayman Islands in 2, Zion Campbell Bahamas 3, Shaquem McKay Trinidad and Tobago in 4, Brian Levell in 5, Sandre Davidson his Jamaican teammate in 6, Wanye Bell British Virgin Islands in 7, and in lane 8 Nazia John of Grenada. Brian Levell, fastest in the field at 20.53 seconds this season. Did that winning the Carifta trials here in Kingston. Forego the 100 meters to focus on the 200 meters, of course, coming off double victory at the Jamaican High School Championships. And so he wanted to be rested for this one.
Has come down from the 4 hurdles and the 400 and the 200. After starting in class 3 in the 100 meters, has come back to those events with a plum. His times 10.21 last year, 20.53 this season. A double at the Jamaican High School Championships have marked him as a sprinter to watch. Was in the Big People's final at the Nationals last year with the big guns, and is showing that he deserves to be there.
In the 200 meters, the second fastest in this field, the Grenadian Nazia John missed the 100 meters because of flight issues, made it for the 200.
I wonder if he's a little bit tired from the flight delays. Has looked sluggish in the early going in his races and comes on down the stretch. 20.74 last year in the World Junior Championships in Nairobi, and at college in the States has come to represent his country in Kingston.
Normally the jet lag doesn't hit you on the first day, Hubert. It's like the second and third days that you really start to feel that fatigue start to set in. So you could be right, jet lag.
Zachary Evans, he a medalist in the 100 meters, was in the long jump as well. Sees himself on the screen, he and his friends, and they enjoy the moment. They're on center stage in Kingston. These fans, quiet and contemplative. 200 will shake them up in a few minutes.
Of course, it's free to get into the bleachers, so if you're watching and you want to come down and get a piece of the action, there's still time. There's Sandre Davidson, sub-21 man, anchor leg on the Jamaican 4x1 team that won gold in 39.15 last night.
National Junior 100 champion last year, and 20.90 for 200 this season.
Sandre Davidson, some people says that he reminds them of the great Usain Bolt. His anchor leg was just so Bolt-like that people made that comparison. But it was a very good run by the Jamaican team last night, and Sandre Davidson did a very good job on that anchor leg.
Lots of potential for Davidson. Told me he wants to get back to the World Juniors this year.
So many outstanding talents here in Jamaica in the boys sprints. Levell, of course, there's Nazia John. Spoke about him earlier, 20.79 in the World Under-20 semi-finals in Nairobi last year. Didn't get through to the final. Did make the 100 final in Nairobi, finishing in 7th position. And hoping to deliver a medal for Grenada here. Their medal hopes would have been hit Grenada when Jamora Alves came down with illness and out of 3 field events where she would have been favored to medal. There's Jaden Reed of the Cayman Islands, trains here in Jamaica at Jamaica College.
20.91, man. I think this distance between all of those he does, 100, 200, 400, is his best. Tight inside lane. He's a tall boy, but if he can negotiate the curve, he can get one. Here's Brian Levell, the favorite, undefeated at 200 this season.
And he hopes to keep it that way. His one defeat at 100 meters came at the hands of the Carifta champion now, DeAndre Daly. This race scheduled for 6:15. Just a minute away from that. The stadium announcer welcoming Kareem Street Thompson, still the long jump record holder. As we look at the lineup, Nazia John in lane number 8 representing Grenada, 20.79 personal best, second fastest in the field. There is Wanya Bell. We expected a British Virgin Islands athlete to be in this final, but we thought it would be Jalil Kroll. Bell has already finished 5th in the 100 final, now looks to improve over 200. Sandre Davidson, anchorman on Jamaica's winning team last night, 20.90 personal best, 21.26 in qualifying. Sandre Davidson, he's looking for an individual medal here to go with relay gold. There's the favorite, 20.53 personal best, consistently under 21 seconds, 21.01 in qualifying. Shaquem McKay, 21.38 this season, 21.33 at his best, 21.46 in qualifying. Competitor 4.13. In lane number 3, the Bahamian, Zion Campbell, looking calm, unperturbed ahead of this final. The Bahamian in lane 3. Competitor 48. Then in lane number 2, 20.91 personal best, Jaden Reed of the Cayman Islands, 4th in the 100 meters. Badly wants to take home a medal for his country. And on the inside, in lane number 1, Maskell Beckles of Barbados, slowest into the final at 21.73.
Levell has looked the best in qualifying, balanced and easy, as the fastest time in the semis, 21.01.
Carifta record, once the world under 20 record, 19.93. Usain Bolt, forget about it. Final of the under 20 boys 200 meters.
I expect Levell here to get a fairly good start, but he has such a deceptive speed. You don't know how fast he's going until you're right beside him.
Set. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Break at the start. Maskell Beckles up Barbados. Hands on head. I think he'll escape this one. I think all will be safe. Needs to calm down.
I think he actually just fell out. He didn't try to move out. I think he just fell. The starters are conferring with the reaction personnel, and then they're going to make their decision.
Green card it will be, as I suspected. She waves that green card most gracefully.
The starter has enormous powers of discretion
On your marks.
over a critical area of track and field racing, the start.
I think they weigh heavily the intention or perceived intention, and that factors into their decision.
Now Maskell Beckles of Barbados. Needs to compose himself. Get ready for battle.
Set.
Off this time. Nazia John flew out in lane number 8. Brian Levell is also running a brilliant curve as his teammate Sandre Davidson. The Bahamian Campbell going well on the inside. Levell in front. Davidson chasing him. Jamaica with the 1-2. John gets bronze. Outside 21 seconds, which is really rare for Brian Levell, but he wins Carifta Gold in front of an expectant home crowd. 21.8, 1-2 for Jamaica, bronze for Grenada.
I think we've been treated to some fantastic performances here that we often forget that these athletes are actually not done with competition. Brian Levell is possibly likely to be on the 4x14, so I don't know if he was maybe conserving a little bit or the win was more important than records or fast times just to get in front and get that win.
The wind blowing up the straightaway, harming the times at 200. World's under 20 with Liston, and here with Levell took care of business though. That's Nazio John, his best race of the sequence, third, 21.70. The win harming the times. Davidson 2.99, left hand side, God centered, second, and Brian Levell bursts out to the blocks, covers the ground on his teammate in a flash, and heads into the grandstand straight away with the lead.
Came flying at the finish, Nazia John. Brian Levell being hit by a strong wind down the stretch, staying tall, staying relaxed, staying composed, and easing home to Carifta Gold. Sandre Davidson as an individual medal.
Welcome back, track fans, and today we're going to dive into an unforgettable day at the Carifta Games and National Championships, celebrating the Caribbean's next sprint sensations. From Jamaica's lightning fast brand level to Trinity's relay champs and rising stars across Grenada, Cayman Islands, and Trinidad and Tobago, the track was on fire. And I'd like us to highlight standout performances in the 200 meter and 4 by 400 meter relays, then shift gears to a deeper, heartfelt discussion about how Jamaica treats its heroes and past, treats its heroes past and present, calling on the government to step up. So make sure you're comfy because this ride goes from breathtaking speed to soul-stirring spotlights. And don't blink because we'll end with a powerful plea for real lasting change for our athletes. So guys, let us go. And I want us to talk about this young man, Brian Levell, the 200 meter phenom. And first off, Brian Levell is Jamaica's sprinting prodigy, born on December 23rd, 2003. He's not just fast, he's lightning. In June 2024 at the Jamaican National Championships, he stormed the 200 meter in 19.97 seconds, a jaw-dropping personal best, slashing his previous mark of 20.34 seconds. That sub-20 puts him alongside elite global sprinters and locked him into the Paris Olympics team. Earlier this season at Kingston's Racers Grand Prix on June 7, 2025, Levell clocked a wind-aided 19.79 seconds plus 2.5 meters per second, prove he's only just showing up. We also know how he made the World Relay Squad in Guangzhou, helping Jamaica claim silver in the mixed 4 by 100 meters relay. But what makes Levell so captivating? And at Edwin L. High School, he dominated both sprints at the 400 meters, even collapsing a long-standing school record of 47.33 seconds in the 400 meters. The kid doesn't just run. He owns the track, and he's undefeated in the Jamaican 200 meters this season. Carifta Trials champ and high school champ, a triple crown of youthful dominance. we saw flashes of grit at Carifta, facing a 2.5 meters per second headwind. He still crossed in 20.53 seconds, solid under tough conditions. That composure under pressure, finishing strong when conditions aren't ideal, is a rare sprinter his age, because let us remember that this guy is only 22 years of age. This combination of lightning speed, mental toughness, and race day clutch factors puts Level squarely among Jamaica's next global sprinting champions. That's why we've just said he is Usain Bolt 3.0, and his trajectory screams Olympic podium, World Championship medals, and the potential to rewrite sprint history. And the second person on our list is Sandre Davidson, the junior sparkle, and this guy is a Jamaican junior with an anchor leg style so smooth. Commentators liken him to a young Usain Bolt. Last year, he captured national junior 100-meter gold and posted a 200 a PB of 20.90 seconds. But he didn't just win individual medals. He anchored Jamaica's 4 by 100 meters relay to gold in 39.15 seconds. And at Carifta Davidson earned silver in the boys under 20 200 meters at 21.35 seconds, and relay gold proof that he thrives in both solo and team pressure. His performance shines a light on the incredible pipeline of Jamaican sprint talent, and we're certain this is not the last we've heard from him. And then there is Nicoy Bramwell, the 4 by 400 meter excellence. And when we switch gear to this guy, Nicoy Bramwell, the under 17 400 meter champion and record holder, delivered back to back goal anchoring Jamaica 4 by 400 relay. Observers say that his composure and finishing kick echoed legendary Jamaican athletes like Shelly Ann Fraser Price. The Jamaican under 17 boys 4 by 400 meter squad defended the title with style. Bramwell's leg sealed in. This depth across sprint and intermediate events shows Jamaica's strength isn't just one generation, it's several rising at once. And then there are other Caribbean stars like whose excellence were full on display. And we have Nazia John from Grenada, who took bronze in the under 20 boys 200 meters at 21.70 seconds, despite missing the 100-meter round due to jet lagged travel, 75 hours of flights, resiliently earning a podium performance. Jordan Reed from Cayman Islands, training in Kingston, ran a BP of 20.91 seconds, placing fourth in the 100 meters, tantalizing for his country sprint ambitions. And then we have Robert Miller from Jamaica, dominated the 400-meter hurdles and set records, plus snagged bronze in 110-meter hurdles. Then there is Kendrick Kelly, claimed the 800 meters title. From Trinidad and Tobago, we had under 20 boys 4 by 100 meter gold, under 17 4 by 400 meters silver, individual gold from Karim Chinapo in under 17 200 meters, and Tafari Waldron in the 5,000 meters. Grenada had under 17 boys 4 by 400 meters bronze. Those standards Jamora Isles missed field finals due to illness. And then we had Guyana posted strong sportsmanship wins, and Jana 6.50 meters long jump stood out despite being withdrawn from the 200 meters under 20 finals. And together these results reinforce the Caribbean is not one country, it's a regional sprint powerhouse with diverse athletic talents across nations. And when we look at the conditions and development, there are factors behind these performances. The conditions and development, they are like the jet lag. John's delayed travel impacted him, but athletes often feel fatigue after 48 hours. And for wind, we have levels 2.5 meters per second headwind, slowed a likely sub 21 run, yet he still overcame it head on. Then there is the training pipeline. Athletes hail from Jamaica's top schools, Calabar, and then we have Edwin Allen following high school championships and replicating global senior success. There is the legacy effect, and we see that we have youngsters see icons like Bolt, Fraser Price, Powell, and are motivated by their success. Bramwell's sprint finish compared to Fraser Price kick speaks volumes, and these layered foundations, environment, mentorship, heritage continue delivering elite performance year after year. Now, I like us to talk about how these athletes are being treated, because the sprint gold is not enough if athletes aren't supported off the track, because we have a story of Usain Bolt, the world's fastest man, who was reportedly defrauded of millions by individuals, led to the Jamaican government. And imagine dedicating your life for making Jamaica shine worldwide, only to be betrayed back home by the same very people you wanted them to shine out there. Then there is Asafa Powell, the former 100-meter world record holder, publicly blasted his electricity provider, JPS, for doubling his bill even after solar panels he had erected them. He complains that utilities are bullying people, highlighting that elite athletes face everyday monetary pressures. Months later, Powell threatened that his children will refuse to run for Jamaica unless change arrives. He's calling for real athlete welfare, not just applause and medals, but structural support, financial care, and as well as respect. As experts point out, and I quote, support systems have consistently failed. Meaningful long-term systems to support athletes once they reach or pass their peak. End of quote. Because we've seen year after year, Jamaica celebrates sprint victories but disappears from follow up through pensions, healthcare, there's financial advice, life after track support, and so much more. That lack of foresight hurts emerging talents see the craze but fail to see stability post career. And Powell's message is a warning and an opportunity to build sports into an economic sector, not just spectacle. And as this guy, who is this guy, commentator Langton Levy, who argued that argued saying Powell's comments should not be dismissed. Jamaica needs to invest in athlete welfare, post-career planning, training infrastructure, and financial support. That's the next lap we must run as a nation, as the Jamaican nation. And the things that Jamaica must change, and what are these things that can change? Look like transparent pension and health care for funds for elite retired athletes. Then we have utility subsidies or billing protections guaranteeing fair service. Life after track scholarships, vocational training, entrepreneurship programs. There is private sector partnership, incentives for brand and local businesses to invest. Athletes councils with real influence at JAA and the government, because this is not about handouts. It's about sustainable respect for those who shine on the world stage. It's about ensuring the next brand Levell or Sandre Davidson not only run fast but lives well after the stadium lights go dark. And I like to say this before I end this commentary. Um, we need to have a vision, because celebrate the electrifying achievements on the track, but don't stop at cheers. Our athletes deserve structural support, and governments need to step up. They need to invest in infrastructure that lasts, build aftercare programs, make athletes stakeholders, not just spectacle. Private sector and funds rally behind them. Use your voices to advocate, your wallets to sponsor. Athletes on the narrative evangelize for change, run for systems that support you through and beyond your prime. And to Brian, Sandra, and Bramwell, and all Caribbean stars, your sweat and dedication inspires millions. And you not just race, you light up their collective dreams. Track records are great, but a life lived with dignity, that's the real finish line. So if you support the Caribbean sprinters, I'd like to ask you that you should like, share, and comment below. What do you think? What change do you want to see? And like what change do you want to see happen next? And I'd like us to keep on, or to keep this conversation going on cameras, on debates, and in parliament. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, then hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you won't miss out our next commentary. I'll be back with more reaction video breakdowns and athlete stories with hate, with heart. Until next time, guys, stay inspired and remember, real champions never run alone. We run with them all. We cheer them. They're our heroes. Peace out.